good morning, afternoon, evening, night, middle of the night, whatever. If you are on the East Coast, go and do your detour now.
If you're on Team Fiction. If you're not, feel free to wait.
If you're not, then forget.
All teams. We should do this every hour. Your detour reminder.
We should do this every hour. When we are not in a sprint on the hour, we will tell you to go and do your detour in whatever time zone that you are. And God help me trying to figure out what time zone it's going to be.
I was about to say, I won't be time zone Pacific. You will have to do that yourselves. I'll be like, it is the hour. If it's noon where you are, go do the thing.
If it is noon where you are, go and do your detour. I have to wait until tomorrow because it came out for me at like 4:30.
Yeah,
I think
around that.
It was mid-afternoon by the time it got to me anyway. But hi, happy Thursday / happy early Friday, everybody. We are here to get a little bit further towards Cape Town, or we are going to take a look around Cape Town. I, for one, am getting to Cape Town, and I'm destroying myself emotionally with Beartown.
I love Beartown. I love this for you both.
I'm having a sad but productive time.
I haven't started it yet.
Is this your first time?
This is my first time reading it. I've only read A Man Called Ove.
Margaret.
Oh, Margaret.
Oh, Margaret.
To be honest, Beartown is not the one in the series that broke me the most.
No, the one in the series that broke you the most is The Winners, when you just stood in front of a crying camera for 30 minutes.
Had I not had the audiobook, I don't think I could have read through tears. Like it was that level of crying.
I listened to the audiobook while I was at work, and I am clearly in my natural habitat. And I am so glad that I was in my natural habitat because I got to the party and I was like,
ooh. Yeah.
And then I got to Anna coming to Maya's house and I was like,
oh, that book's hard. Okay.
So I cannot tell you exactly where I am in the book right now. I think I'm at something around a 57 or 8.
Yeah.
Ish. I'm well over halfway through. Bear with me 5 seconds while my
detour has been posted, by the way.
Yay! Me too. I did it an hour ago.
I literally just, as we went live, I was like, look, sprints.
There you go. You had to promote it anyway, so there, bonus.
It's also a good reminder to people that we're doing sprints. Brittany, what you doing?
I need to do some editing and filming at some point this afternoon, but I'm not doing that in the first sprint because I don't want to. So I need to get moving on my Cape Town book.
Oh, the Marmite book.
Yeah, the Marmite book. This book has divided the book club a little bit. Some loved it and some DNF'd it. So we're all around. So it's my turn to read it.
Oh, it's so Marmite-y.
I have read almost none of it.
You've read what, 10 pages-ish?
20 whole pages.
How's the vibe vibing so far?
You know what? I still don't really have a feel of it. It's 20 pages. Like it's hard to have a feel of it.
It's very hard to know after 10 pages.
Yeah. It's so chunky, Brittany.
It's so chunky.
That's a chunky boy.
Why would you do this to yourself again?
Here's the reasoning behind this decision, and that's fair.
Are you watching the Lulu?
Well, no, it's a mandatory read. I have to finish it by the end of the month because it's my Patreon book club and I need to finish this. And I'm terrified that it will not work for any prompt after this. So I'm like, do I just do it now?
There is one more prompt it could work for, I think. Off the top of my head.
That's okay. I've already started and told the vlog.
I mean, if you were going to do it on a leg, this is the leg to do it because this is the one we'll have the most.
The longer leg, yeah.
Right.
Margaret.
So it'll be fine. It's YA, so it's not going to be a hard read.
It's a chunky YA.
She's chunky.
I like your shirt.
I know. I decided to rep Margaret's readathon here at Car today.
It's out of date now, but I like your shirt.
That's fine.
God damn it, Taylor.
All right, it'll be that. It'll come back. Margaret, what you getting up to? And we're going to say hi to everyone in the comments while you're telling us what you're doing.
Well, I'm currently reading Beartown, or I will be starting Beartown. My brain needed a reading break yesterday, and I was like, I know I have, I'm trying to have this finished by Friday, by tomorrow, because I want to be number one, I want to do Face Off. without having to worry. But also, I want to be able to get my vlog up tomorrow.
Yes. Also,
So,
my vlog is going up on Saturday.
Yeah, it might go up Saturday is what might happen. Or Sunday. I don't know. Who knows? And then I'm also going to be working on the face-off timer.
There.
So
That's exciting.
Which will not have any scrollies, so that as soon as I figure out how I'm doing the graphics, it should be pretty simple. I'm so
It should
happy.
be very simple because I feel like the scrollies.
The scrollies take the longest time.
I would say that
most
takes the
time.
longest. Yeah.
Because I have to think.
Yeah, thinking is not my favorite part. We've got some people in the comments. We've got some people at various stages of getting to Cape Town or figuring out what's in Cape Town, haven't arrived yet, decided to take a small break between finishing a book and starting another. I feel like that's such a good idea because they're all starting to blur for me right now.
Same.
I don't look forward to my June wrap up because I will tell you this is the longest of any thing that I have given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. That's the longest review I've written for a book that I've read in June so far. 9 whole words.
Fair.
They're all kind of starting to blur into the one.
It does happen.
Which I was expecting to happen because it did happen again last year. If you ask me what I read in August, I cannot tell you. Margaret, I read The 7-Year Slip in August.
And I'm like, yeah, this is happening.
You were telling me things, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that did happen. It probably did. But
I mean, that's the nice thing about vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a nice thing about vlogs.
It is.
Yeah. Bachman does write absolutely phenomenal stuff, but he will rip your heart out and just throw it against it.
Oh, I've read A Man Called Uva. I am familiar with the man's game.
Oh, I read A Man Called Uva and then watched the film.
I haven't watched the film yet.
2 days after one another.
The Tom Hanks one is great.
It's
I want to watch it.
I've watched it twice.
Did you cry both times?
I did cry both times. Yeah, I don't know, Leandra, why this happened. I just keep picking really large books. I think my smallest book, well, The Unmaking of the Unkindness of Ghosts was only 350 pages. So that was my smallest book so far.
My first book was also quite small. It was like 350, and everything other than that has been 400 plus.
Yeah, me too. Plus. I've had a couple over 5s.
I'm gonna yell at you if you choose another chunky book.
No, she's on Team Delulu.
I mean, there's still 2.
Unless it's Caliban's War, because I'll read that with you.
No, there's still
I will cry.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, we'll all cry.
Not happening. I have 2 more chunky books on Timmy's TBR, and then I don't have any chunky left.
Yeah, because your Timmy's TBR this month really just absolutely took it out of you.
I still have The Shadow Rising, y'all.
How many pages is that?
950.
R.I.P.
Fuck Timmy.
I'm like halfway through already. So it's so like I'm only about 500 more. And then I still have Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, which is like 600 and something.
Denise, I really hope you're enjoying the 7 Husbands.
I didn't. Timmy's did it to me.
Timmy's did it to her.
You get to make some choices there, though, right?
Well, they were rollovers, and some of them were like 500 over 500 pages. And no,
I see. We didn't take the Brianna route and just say it doesn't count this month.
No,
Now, why would you do that?
Because I knew I was clearing the board at the end of the month, so if I didn't get to it, it was fine. I knew that.
R.I.P. to Brittany, indeed.
I know it's been a long. You know what though. Lots of great page points. So it's fine. That's how I keep looking at it.
That is the thing. The bigger the book, the bigger the points hold. That is the thing. We sped through all those comments. Hello to everybody that was here. We're very excited and happy that you're joining us. When we're done here in 4-ish hours, we're going to be heading over to Brittany's via the magic of technology. We will all just be like transported straight over. But shall we get started? Guys, do you want to do a wheel?
Yes, please.
I haven't done a wheel. I haven't done a wheel all of the Amazing Readathon, and I kind of miss it. And I made a specific wheel for the readathon.
Ooh.
Now I'm scared.
Me too.
It's the exact It's the exact same times. It's just all purple for
Oh,
obvious reasons. So let's add her in.
It wasn't purple before, Brittany?
It was purple before, but this is very purple. Like this is violently purple.
No, it's violently purple, not violent.
It is violently purple. Yes, the Amazing
Purple
Readathon
could
Wheel of
never be
Sprints
violent.
has returned. I'm so sorry to have brought shame upon your favorite color. Shall we see what's going to happen?
Let's see what's going to happen.
oh, that's not bad.
Okay. That's a good start.
That's a perfectly fine
I
start.
feel like I can work with it. I feel like we can all work with the 45 minutes.
Mhm.
Exactly. It's a respectable starting time. So
It is.
let us see each other in 45 minutes. Oh, let's make that full screen first of all. Let's see each other in 45 minutes and let's have fun getting shit done. I cannot impress upon you how conveniently I timed that. I have gotten to the end of the chapter 2 seconds to go. Hooray
I
for
love
me.
That. That's
Love
good
that
for you.
me.
I didn't know.
I was going to say that did not happen for me, and I have 4 paragraphs left of this chapter. Actually,
I have. Well, I'm only like 3 pages into the chapter, so I still have like 6 pages to go. But I made it 30 pages in.
Nice.
So there's that.
Okay. My internet seems to not be cooperating once again. But everyone in the comments, do let us know how you got on. Margaret, how are you feeling?
I'm still pissed about the entire conversation about the car, just because, like, I'm just pissed about it right now.
She messaged me. She was like, "I bet they didn't have that conversation. I bet she just took the car."
It's giving me big, like she put it on the calendar.
Been a hot minute since I've read Beartown, so to be honest, no idea what you're talking about.
Very, very early doors, like 2, 3, 5 pages in. Kira takes Peter's car with her because she has something to take the car for, and he's like, "No, but I have a meeting," and she's like, "So."
Oh, I remember this now. Mm-hmm.
My biggest thing was like, I don't know that she discussed it with him beforehand, because I got big vibes that she may have just put it on the calendar and expected him to check it. And like, Buddy is giving me big ADHD vibes, which means we need to be told to check things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would expect a neurotypical guy to remember to check the calendar. I have to set reminders to check things.
As somebody whose boyfriend is neurotypical, they don't remember things. They remember shit.
They remember no things.
They ain't remember nothing. The man had to ask me recently when his best friend's birthday was. I was like, "Bro, you have known this person for so long, and I came into your life yesterday."
Like,
put it
so
on your
much
calendar.
longer than I.
Anyway, that annoyed me, just partly because I felt she was so rude and dismissive about his job. And I'm like, it's like, I understand you don't care about hockey, but being late to your job is still a big deal.
Let me tell you something. This is not just hockey. This is a religion.
It's a lot.
This is a way of, like, this is not just a religion. This is a way of life.
Yeah. It's so mean and vindictive to me. And I'm sure there will be other things that happen that I will like her. But like, I already am like, well, these people are bitches if this guy is handing her a glass and expecting her that she's a waitress.
There's going to be things in this book that will endear you to Kira so much.
The thing with these books is none of these people are like instantly people that you would be rooting for. Like, it takes a minute.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I might be rooting for one of the kids, 2 of the kids.
You need to peel the banana a little bit to get to like people that you care about.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, I was just like, I was just so annoyed by that entire exchange. Because like that's a big deal in my opinion.
It is 7 o'clock my time, which means it is 12 midday somewhere.
It is 12 o'clock somewhere. That's our new.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere, bro. I don't know where my phone is. Hold on. Let's see where it is. 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock.
It would be 12 o'clock
after New York.
And I do believe you need to take the picture and post it at noon. Mm-hmm. I had somebody say, I think you're able to post it later. No, you need to take the picture and post it.
Mm-hmm. It's 12 o'clock in the time zone that is between Mountain and Eastern.
Central.
Thank you.
Central.
I could have explained that so quickly. If you are in the Central time zone, it is now time for you to go into your chat, into your Discord, and post your features.
Do you know what today really is? Is do the 3 of us know time zones? That's the exam of the day.
No, I thought
I
considering that I thought you were an hour behind, Margaret. No, we don't know what time zone.
That was good too. You were like in an hour. I was like, no, I'm the other way.
I was so concerned for you. I was like, I really need to make sure Brittany does it. She's like, I already did it.
I did it an hour ago. My noon has passed.
Yeah, mine went up right at noon. I took a picture, posted it to Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You were ready. Everybody in the comments, how did we do in that sprint? We have got a lot, and I mean a lot.
You do.
Of stabby ghosts in here.
Well, Leandra did tell them that we were talking violence and recruited them. So
and she was just like, excuse me. This is a good point about the wheel. My attention span can't hold for more than 40 minutes of reading at a time, so I appreciate the spinner choice. Mm-hmm. Yes, because I feel like if it's all 90 or if it's all 20 or if it's all whatever, they all start to kind of blur in together.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you've got, oh, this one's a 45, oh, this one's a 30, oh, this one's a 60, oh, this one's a 11, you're just like, oh, it spices
it on our toes.
It spices it up a little bit. Yeah. And also, I'm hoping for a longer sprint soon so that I can have dinner. Dinner has been cooking since 12 o'clock today in the slow cooker, and I'm ready for it now.
I feel like we get to override the chaos wheel then.
I think me too. Let's see what the wheel says, and then if the wheel doesn't say something that I like,
I spin it again.
I get to be in charge.
You are the queen of the wheel, so
yeah. Imagine if I'm just like, oh, I'll spin it twice and I'll add it on, and it's like a 15 and a 90. Then Margaret, your timer doesn't have that.
It doesn't have a what?
It doesn't have like a 15 plus 90.
No, it's only 90.
Yeah. We'll have to figure it out when we get there. So we've got some more people saying hello. We've got some people who joined in the last sprint. So if you've just joined, let us know what team you're on, what book you're reading, mm-hmm. and where you are in the race.
Mm-hmm.
It's nearly that time of the month, and I was so emotional, keeping crying for no reason, exhausted, but I will try and read a little of The Last Murder at the End of the World just for pleasure, or maybe listen. That's a good idea. I feel like that specific week is Self-Care Central.
Mm-hmm.
That specific week is like comfort food, comfort books, comfort movies, comfort blanket, everything that you need to just like keep ticking over. Just joining, 66% into Nora Webster. We've got some more people saying hello. Listening to The Marriage Effect. Gonna fill my water. Working through another chapter. Hello, hello. We've got more Stabby Goes Rep.
The answer is further down, by the way. Brianna posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in there.
There's so many of you. Oh.
You'll get to it. Just keep going.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll answer your question.
I have it. I could read it out if you would like me to. Okay, yeah. So basically,
I'm going to give you a dramatic reading by Margaret.
I'm just going to paraphrase. Basically, unless you are in a place that you can't post/submit, no Wi-Fi or something, take the picture at noon and then submit when you can. So like. She talked like there's take the picture submission form you can do when you can.
Mm-hmm.
So,
which is good. Yes, it can be posted within the time frame of the detour still being open. So it is the regular detour rules of once face off starts, it's closed.
It's done.
But up until this time tomorrow, minus an hour, you're good. I'll be in Cape Town in less than 2 hours. Fantastic. Are you enjoying your work? It's going to get you there.
I have let's see. Nope, that's not the right one. How many hours? I have 12 hours at 1.85 times speed to get there. So I'm not doing that freaking math. It's going to take me like 7 hours.
I ain't know. I don't do numbers. We all know this. I once said we were a third of the way in through the readathon 3 days in.
Yeah.
We hit a third of the way 3 days ago.
We did.
We did get through a 10.
Actually hit it now.
I know.
I believe that was mentioned on a sprint by me.
Was it mentioned correctly?
Yes.
Yes, because I said we are now, in fact, a third of the way through.
I was on those sprints. So they were either Monday or Tuesday. I just don't know.
If it was Monday, I'm really glad that. Yeah, I'm really glad that my internet was like, you can't do anything today because you would have just absolutely roasted me to a crisp.
We would have. It's true.
69% into cupcakes from my orc enemy. I'll be finishing it early, moving on to another sightseeing. Fantastic. Just dropped in about 5 minutes ago, and thanks for joining. 29 pages of 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Great so far. Mute and finish it.
That's okay. I can just finish it in the next one. We're very early days into this book. I'm not really attached yet to anything.
We're just figuring the vibes. Listen to 12% of my audiobook, so halfway towards Cape Town. That's fantastic. Sightseeing in Cape Town with the Z word and got it to 21%. Chapter 15 of Fire Exit. Couple of chapters, unpacked a box and switched some laundry. Yep. There we go. Hello. Margaret, that car scene in Beartown annoyed the heck out of me too.
Thank you. Yeah. It just like
Good spirits.
And I get that it works for like it works for him for some unknown reason, but I'm just like,
but also that feels very couple living together day-to-day arguments. Yeah. Like I told you, like I put last week on the calendar that we have Sarah's drinks on Friday night at 8:00. What do you mean you're going out playing soccer? I put it on the calendar. Okay, well, I don't check the calendar. Okay, well, you should check the calendar. It feels very kind of like run of the mill. We live together. We have spats.
Yeah.
We have lived together for like 30 years at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
that's not going to burn your relationship apart.
Yeah. No, it's not. But if my spouse and I had that conversation and I was on Peter's end, we would be having a discussion afterwards, being like, listen, you know me. You know how my brain works. You know I need a reminder the night before so I can plan my day.
But does Peter have ADHD or does he just love the hockey team that much?
I don't know yet, but I feel like that kind of love for hockey could also be a hyper focus, you know?
Could.
Which is more or there could be a little bit of he could be a little bit on the spectrum. Maybe I think there are a lot of sports dudes that would, if they really sat back, probably need a diagnosis of some sort of neurodivergence.
Maybe call him A, maybe call him B. Read a bit. Love the part where I am at my book, The Cursed Rose by Leslie Vader. By the way, nice. Oh, I'm enjoying it. Didn't read, but I chilled. Yes, these are not just reading sprints. These are productivity sprints. These are take it easy sprints. These are do what you need to do sprints. That's why I've never in my life called them reading sprints. They're whatever you need to do sprints. Some tea to make some iced tea. Nice.
I need to do that, but there's no room for it in my fridge.
I feel that my fridge is like this small. I can't fit anything in there that's like a big bottle unless it's at the door.
Mm-hmm. We have a massive fridge, but my mother insists on keeping things in the fridge that do not need to be in the fridge. And then she insists on keeping so many things in these giant glass like containers.
Oh, the TikTok girlies with their restock talk?
No, it's just regular so we have, Pyrex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we have Pyrex Tupperware basically. And then we still have some of our plastic, but my mom doesn't like to use plastic. They take up so much space, and my mother puts everything in them. And I'm just like, Mom, that is number one. It's feta cheese. It is in a plastic package already. Just put it in the plastic Tupperware. Like, if it's going in hot, I'm putting it in the glass because I don't want plastic does leach into hot things.
Yeah.
But if it is something that is cold, you don't I'll just put my veggies. I just put a paper towel down so it keeps some of the moisture. Mm-hmm. And then it goes in the fridge in the plastic Tupperware.
I think you and my boyfriend would get on very well because I showed him the world of restock talk and he watched it in horror. Why are they taking these things out of milk bottles to put it into plastic bottles? Now they don't know when the milk goes off. It already has a container.
It doesn't make sense, but it is oddly entertaining to watch.
It's so fun.
The aesthetic of restock talk. And there are some places where I'm like, this actually makes sense, especially if you have small children and putting a bin in there and you've got things portioned in correctly. That the milk thing might be that just mom wants something in the fridge. If the kid wants milk, they can reach in and they can grab it and they've got their milk and you don't have to it gives them a level of independence. I can see some of it. Some of it I'm like, this is so incredibly wasteful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Some of it makes sense. like putting cereal in a container that is easy pour.
That makes
Brilliant.
sense. Mhm.
That means
You've got
less
toddlers
mess
in the house, that's
probably
the
for
best thing you
mom.
could ever have.
Yeah.
When you've got a toddler in the house that will spill it if you're pouring it out of the regular carton,
Yes.
probably the best thing you've ever had.
So like
I speak from
some
no
of it makes
experience.
sense.
I speak from experience of a child who has just like upended an entire thing, not realizing that the container that you're pouring in is significantly smaller than the container you're pouring out.
Yeah.
Like it's not a 1-for-1 situation.
A lot of it makes sense. It's when you get like especially when it comes to food, it's when you get into like the cleaning supplies, and I'm like, this feels wasteful at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Why
the ones
number one, you don't need fabric softener, it's bad for your clothes. Anyways.
The ones that irritate me so much are the coupon moms who will go to like whatever grocery stores you guys have in the US and Canada and will come home with like 20 boxes of laundry tabs or 17 liters of fabric cleanser or whatever. And they'll put them into these little shelves in their basement like as if they're having their own little shop. And I'm like, sweetheart, you don't need to do that.
As someone who had parents who had to do some of that when my dad lost his job, I understand that to some extent. I have a feeling a lot of these TikTok people are not doing it for the reasons that a lot of other people will do, but
I agree.
Like my mom, for things we needed, my mom would go out and would look for the coupon so she could buy it in bulk when we had the coupons.
That's a different situation. I feel like TikTok girlies are just doing it for the aesthetic.
They are to some extent, and it's like, okay, what? I don't like now. My mother is so weird about our little shelving unit that has like, I'm like, nobody cares about our beans and our olive oil and our vinegar. They are not going to be breaking in to come and steal my ramen, Mom. It does not matter if they can see it from the street.
They might really want the ramen. You have no idea.
You know what? If somebody is hungry enough that they can break in, they're going to break in to steal our food, I will cook them dinner. I will cook them. I'll be like, you know what? You want pancakes?
We will feed you.
If the burglars come in and I'm home, I'll make them a 3-course meal personally.
If they are in my neighborhood, if you are breaking into my house, you're coming to steal the TV. I'm sorry. Like if someone's breaking into someone's house, they are not coming to get the food. I don't care how bad you think it is. All of the looting my mom is like expecting is entirely made up by the news just about. Because if they're looting the stores. They're not looting people's houses usually for food. Anyways, that's on Hurricane Katrina.
Another point. It did take a while for most of the characters in Beartown, but it was worth it.
Yes, it's true.
It does take a little bit to figure them out.
I understand that because, like, when Uva is not a very likable character when you're reading.
No, he's not. But he's also very endearing.
It takes a minute to warm up to him, but it's also like there's so much that's very obviously going on at the beginning. And we're in his head. We're not like we're hopping around so much that I haven't gotten a feel for any of the characters. Yeah. Excuse me, just yet.
There's quite a lot of people in this book. I will say that. There's been a couple of times where I've read it and I'm like, who the hell are you again? Why do I get
it? And I kind of, knowing the plot, I kind of expected that.
Yeah. An hour and 10 minutes into the marriage effect. Nice. Benji is the sweetest. I will kill and die for Benji. You haven't met Benji yet. I will kill and die for Benji.
I have not.
100%.
Yes, it was 12 o'clock in Texas.
You like don't know Benji as well in the first book. Like I feel like you get to know Benji as the series goes on.
You do. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Because I've only read this. I still have leave me alone. I thought you said as the book goes on and then my brain kicks back in.
No. The series goes on.
I still have I have the other two, Us Against You, which I always keep calling Us Against Them, or like vice versa. I have that and the winners on my Kindle because I am not carrying 670 pages.
You need to read them.
I'm not carrying 670 pages in my hands, but I will carry it on my little device.
That's very.
I'm hoping that they will fit into a city prompt, because the winners is gonna stock up.
The winners is massive compared. I think it's
huge.
Bigger than if you put the first two books together.
It's 671.
Yeah, and
according to Goodreads.
You're planning to read it for Amazing Readathon?
I've influenced Aoife. We're all reading chunky books. Okay, it's fine.
Potentially. Potentially.
I guess here's the thing. You have to remember that I have to like.
That's an idea.
I have to be done I don't get to carry over between legs. So like I've had to set a deadline for myself that is way earlier than any of the regular hosts have to do because I'm like, I need to do a leg book. I need to do a sightseeing book. Like that's my goal. I may not always get a sightseeing book in, but I haven't failed yet. So
fair. I think the audiobook is 21 and a half-ish hours long. So
I think it's longer than that.
That's fine.
I think it's longer than that.
21-ish. It was.
You could be right.
Long,
That was kind of
anyway.
since I read it.
My favorite was like when Caitlin was talking about reading Count of Monte Cristo. And you know what? There are people who could do that in like three days, but I'm just, if you guys are thinking about reading Les Mis, those like big emotional damage books.
I don't think you're planning to read both of them concurrently.
No, but I then went in and was like, hey, if you're also planning on reading Les Mis, because let me tell you, Les Mis will.
Well, Les Mis is the kind of one that it's chunky, but you can't just like speed run it. You have to actually give it.
You can't, and it hurts so much. So if you are I'm just telling people, if you're thinking about reading those big classic emotional damage books, please don't do that to your emotional. Because you should not. I can't imagine reading Les Mis in like 3 days because there's just so much that I had to just go, that is so utterly fucked up. I can't read anymore. I have to put this. This has to go in when they get into Gavroche's backstory, and then Gavroche's brothers, because Gavroche and Eponine are technically related.
Yeah, they're siblings. No,
they're siblings, and they have 2 younger brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And Victor,
no, the musical at all.
Wait, guys, who wrote? It was Victor Hugo Les Mis, or was Alexandre Dumas Les Mis?
Victor Hugo.
Thank you. I'm like Victor Hugo.
I actually saw your brain completely stop for like 5 seconds.
You're like, wait a minute. You second guessed yourself. You said it with confidence, and then you second guessed yourself. I do this all the time.
He's very much like
spinning wheel.
Dickens, in that
it wasn't Dickens.
That he doesn't shy away from the very real consequences of what poverty and government's decisions do to people. Mm-hmm. And then he also has like the sewer chapter will put you to sleep. I'm sorry.
You did say this to me yesterday.
There's some long-windedness there.
Yes, you
like
can do the detour
because it doesn't have a proper plot.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a very kind of like twists and turns book? That's fun.
It's a very kind of like Victor Hugo's like, I am going to write about these stories and they're all going to connect in some way, but you are not going to see like following. There's no one unifying plot, basically. Mm-hmm. Which is very much like the musical. It's like vignettes here and there. Mm-hmm. Like, just definitely don't do Les Mis. I feel like Count of Monte Cristo, there are some people that could like start it and you're going to just go through because it's messy.
Yeah.
But it also will emotionally damage you. And there are so many twists and turns. I honestly, like, you want to be able to sit with that book. It's so layered.
Sometimes there are books that just aren't readathon appropriate books. Yes, you can still do the detour. Berlin tomorrow noon is before the start of not kickoff, the face-off weekend. So noon tomorrow Berlin is completely fine. Mm-hmm. Wrote 2.5 pages. Nice. Amal posted the detour an hour ago. Fantastic. Nothing's clicking. Oh, it's clicking now. Bree said in the FAQ, if you are a little bit delayed, it is okay. You just take it at noon. Yes, that's fine. I've lost my place in the comments.
That's fine. It happens.
I think we're here. Unless you're in a place that you can post or something, as Margaret has said. I was lucky I saw the detour at 11:52. Oof. Nice. Posted at 12:01. That was close. What's in the slow cooker? I'm so glad that you asked. Thank you. I'm making curry. I'm making curry. I've got naan bread in the freezer that I'm going to put into the oven, and I'm going to make rice with it. And I'm so excited about it. Hello, hello, hello. We've got some more people joining. We've got some more people representing their teams. Did you miss the chat? Are you going to click or no? Did I miss the chat? No, you're here for this chat bit.
You're here for the chat.
That's all good. Here we are. 67% into radio silence. Reading for Cape Town, about a quarter of the way through. 30 minutes from Cape Town. 12 hours at 1.85 speed. 1.85 is 6 hours and 29 minutes. You're at 6.
There you
go. Ari says hi. She's watching on TV. Hi, Ari. Still on my way to Paris and playing catch up. If my ADHD husband didn't check the calendar or pay any respect or attention to the system we created, it would be over for him. I don't play. Woo! You do not come to play. What tea do I want? Do you mean tea as in like the drink, or do you mean tea as in
they mean the drink, because I saw the conversation that happened after.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
I would then suggest like a berry.
Yeah.
Like a fruit berry tea kind of thing. We've got some discussions.
There you go, berry right there.
There you go. Oh, wait, we have the actual discussion. Withered raspberry. That sounds like it would be really nice. Withered teas are supposed to be really good. My friend is an extreme couponer.
Yeah.
She donates the extras to the women's shelter. That's good. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
I know a few people that did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think internet couponing is an addiction. Yes.
My parents are obsessed with getting deals and paying the least they have to. And I'm like, we don't need to do that though. Like there's a lot of stuff I'm like, we can afford full price for this.
Yeah. But I think that the mentality of having to, like, poor people mentality, it doesn't go away very quickly. It doesn't go away very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've been in that mentality for like any stretch of your time,
mm-hmm.
it takes a long time for your brain to come back. We are going to speed run a couple of more comments, and then we're going to go back to our good friend the Wheel, who had a makeover because somebody started complaining at me.
The Wheel had a makeover in the time between when we used it last and now?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Wheel has had a facelift.
It's
and
not all purple
now she has
anymore.
all of the colors.
No,
she has all of the colors. Okay, hold the hell on.
What was wrong? What was wrong with the entire purple wheel, Brittany?
I didn't complain about the purple wheel. I was not the complainer.
Who complained? I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Don't look at me. It was not me.
Laughed at me for saying that it was violently purple. So I was like, you know what? We're going to take away the violent purple.
I was going to say that was not me.
Audaciously every color.
Not me.
We're going to have audaciously every color represented by every team. So I'm going to think big.
We're missing a color.
We are missing a color.
If that's the case, we're missing Spooky.
No, because Spooky's white.
Spooky's blue.
Why is Spooky white?
No.
Okay, so that's not.
We wanted a long sprint and really overcorrect.
So that's like the smallest sprint we can get. We're gonna see how the addition will work.
I think it can work, and as long as it's not 90, the timer will work no matter what. Oh Lord.
I feel like we could multiple
time.
One more time.
Or we could just say whatever we got, we double. These because we spun it twice, we double whatever we got both times.
Could do that.
That gets you an hour. No,
it gets you 40
minutes.
No, it
doesn't. It gets you 40 minutes. Never mind. Spin again.
No, it doesn't. Margaret, 2 times 20 is not an hour.
Margaret was timing it for me. It's fine.
I don't know why my brain thought that was 20 minutes. Or 25.
Okay, let's see where we're going now.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god.
Wait.
We are doing
Okay,
this in
so
the smallest increments
does
ever.
everyone see how that's so close to the 60 that it's negligible that it could just be an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just that
We could
seems
just
like
do an hour.
the math works out.
Amazing.
We just
We're gonna go into an hour sprint.
mhm.
We're just gonna have an hour because that was so close. It's so negligible that it could have been an hour.
Listen, there are 3 of us. So if you take, because we got 35 minutes in total.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 of us.
Okay.
If you take each one of the ones we got, multiply it by 3, do 15 by 3, do 5 by 3, you get an hour. There you go.
I'm sure that math works.
I'm leaving
My
one
brain
out.
is
I am
what?
absolutely leaving one out so the math works.
I'm assuming that mathematics is correct, and
red-faced and just like
we're gonna.
I don't care about how long the sprint is, Meg. I know Aoife wants a long sprint, so I'm going to do the math to make it work.
We'll see you in
Leandra's
an
dying
hour.
in the comments, but it's
We'll see you in an hour, everybody. Have fun getting shit done.
I'm fine.
I literally just realized that I had put the tab on mute.
I was just about to tell you. I was like, I did not hear anything.
Nothing happened.
And I didn't hear it in the first one, but I thought I just missed it. Like I thought my brain had, vacated my body for a minute and I just missed it, which is possible. But the second time I was like, I don't think that's what's happening.
That's okay. We're having such a good time on sprints. We're being such professionals, everybody.
It's like all the time.
Yeah. Comments, friends, how did you do? Brittany, how did you do?
I did filming and editing in that sprint, and I'm almost done editing, but I'm not done. So I'm gonna probably continue that in the next one, depending on length.
That's fair. We'll see what we'll see what mathematics will occur.
It worked out that we did
Margaret?
strange math. It gave me time to edit. So.
Well, I made a grid for the face-off timer and got all that filled out. And I read 21 pages.
So. How are you feeling about the book?
It's good so far. Like we're really getting we're getting to know this town really well. I'm like, I like small town stuff. So that's going well.
The town is really a character in Beartown.
The town is the main character of Beartown, I would say.
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of Beartown, I'm on page 293. For most of that sprint, I cooked and ate dinner and then listened to the book with my ears. And now I'm at chapter 38. We have a lot of people who were highly entertained by our incredible mathematics skills.
You're welcome, everyone.
I'm usually better at math.
So
like we were stretching there.
We really were. It's like when Bree says stretch the prompt to make it work for you. We stretched that wheel almost beyond recognition.
Almost beyond.
Fully beyond recgetinition.
Fully beyond.
We made it work for us. Heather, did you miss it again? But Heather, are you back for this time? Because if you're back for this one, then you haven't missed anything. Also, it is half an hour to detour time if you live in California, Vancouver, that West Coast Pacific time zone. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, after this, we have left the continent of Canada, and I am useless. That's the end.
After this, I have no idea.
One I know.
What's Alaskan time? Are they on a separate time zone themselves, or are they also Pacific time?
No, they would be on their own, I think, and I don't know what that is.
Me neither. Maybe it's just Alaskan time. But I don't even know if we have anybody joining from Alaska. That would be fun. I do wonder, because while people were asleep one morning, the Europeans were awake, and we were asking how many countries are being represented, and also how many states of the US and provinces of Canada and states of Australia and all of that are being represented. And I would love to see a heat map.
That would be fun.
Of where the most people are coming from. Hello to Kirsty. Hope all is well. I just had the most amazing korma for dinner that I may have accidentally eaten all of. That's fine. That happens. Time to read Sterling House and watch Bridgerton. Oh yes, today's Bridgerton Day. Margaret, have you watched it yet?
I have not watched it yet because I'm trying to finish my book and finish the timer and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. That is fair.
And I'm also currently obsessed with The Expanse. So
all I know is that Nicola Coughlan put a picture up of her and Luke, whatever his surname is, doing this. Thank you. Doing this. These kind of poses against the chair that they broke.
Nice. Nice.
So
I approve.
Have fun with that.
Funny. That's
listening to Beautifully Broken Redemption by Catherine Cowles. Trailers of her books are on YouTube right now, and I can't wait to delete all but for good. Yes. We got the detour gun by a lot of people. We had some people who read extra chapters, did a little bit of TikToking, got to
Nice.
chapter 4 of Beautiful Redemption. Hour and 10 minutes can't come soon enough for me to be finished with Wayward.
A raving review.
Are you not having the best? Are you not having the best time?
Raving review.
That happens. Made and ate lunch. White cheddar mac and cheese sounds delicious. Heather made it!
Yay!
Thank you for joining us. Read about 100 pages and enjoyed my tea. Excellent. I hope we all helped you make a good decision. That's such a vibe. I can do anything if I put my mind to it. 10 pages left in the book. Putting you on mute for a few minutes. Completely fine. Come back and let us know how you did, though. Why am I saying that? Can't hear me. Watched half the final episode of Bridgerton. Editing as my phone storage is full from today's filming. 67% of the way towards Cape Town. Arrived into Cape Town. When the comment will click. Arrived at Cape Town. Excellent. Sightseeing with Lavender House. Fantastic. 18% into the Invisible Library. I put my son to bed, played with my cats, and read 10 pages of The Honey Witch. Nice. 42% of the way to Cape Town. Face-off timers. Thank you so much for creating all the timers. Yes, this is Trojan work that you are doing.
100%.
We very appreciate it.
We are.
I may lose my mind over this face-off timer, and it will be entirely my fault.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's Bree's fault. I mean, technically.
Nope. Because
have you made things more complicated for yourself than they need to be?
I am going to probably make them more complicated for myself than they needed to be.
Yeah. We didn't need to do that.
Fine.
It's fine.
As long as you're having fun.
We didn't need to.
Well, here's the thing is I got an idea of what I want to do with this one.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm going to make it happen.
Exactly.
I'm going to make it happen.
Okay.
But,
is the idea easy to visualize?
Yes. But it involves a lot of little bitty moving parts, potentially. Like, we got rid of the scrollies for this particular timer.
Yeah.
There will not be any scrolly Easter eggs. Whether or not there will be other Easter eggs,
who knows?
We'll have to find out.
Whether they're there or not, people will find Easter eggs for something.
Oh, there's stuff going into this, and I cannot wait to see the book nerd math that is going to come out of this.
Brittany, are you free on Friday? It's kick-off sprints time.
Yeah, I am. I'm planning to be there.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Because I'm the second slot, so I figured we would just like roll into me.
Ethan and Brittany, great detectives. Ethan and Brittany.
So,
we need a theme song. I love that.
And
we have
because it needs to be up by a certain amount of time, it has to be finished by D&D tonight, which is at 6:30.
Well, you got to get moving.
I got to get moving. Well,
yeah, you've got 4 hours.
I'm working on the hardest, like the most time-intensive part, I hope, right now, which is making the graphics. And I'm half-ish way done.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Maybe like a third of the way done.
That's still not bad.
Yay! My epic TBR has arrived. Sorry?
I said if I had been smart, I would have recorded this process.
That's okay. Arrived into Cape Town and enjoyed watching the women's prize winners announcement. Nice. Margaret, do you have a tutorial for your timers? Or do you just wing it?
There is a tutorial on give me 5 seconds. I need to look it up, okay? Well, no more than 5 seconds. I will need more than 5 seconds, but I need to look up what it is. Oh, hey, Taylor's live.
Have fun. Squirrel.
I love how he was like, yep, now we've lost her.
That was such Doug from Up. It was just squirrel. Worked on my laundry and not getting much done reading this time around, but I have a couple of hours of the house to myself, so I'm going to get more reading done next time. Excellent. We believe in you. Haven't read yet today, but only have a couple of more things to do before I hope I can start sightseeing. Nice. What's your sightseeing book? Read 62 pages. We're getting very close.
We
The
are.
Invisible Library is
I found it.
amazing. Oh God. Okay. Hawaii.
Have fun.
Aliotish.
See, this is when we need Leandra on because Leandra speaks Dutch.
I can say
That's why we need
Aleutian. I can say Aleutian.
Mm-hmm.
And also, TISCH is a very common sound in German, and I now want to say it as it would be in German.
Aleutian. It's Hawaii Aleutian time if you were speaking in English.
Is that how it's supposed to be spelled?
No, that's in Dutch.
That's Aleutian in Dutch.
I think they're saying it in Dutch. That's why I was like,
Yes.
oh, that looks like German.
Well, and I was thinking when you were like, if this is a sound in German, I'm like, I would say it's probably very similar then in Dutch. Would you not think the languages would be similar?
I didn't get to the end. My brain did not make it through the end of that comment. We
They
were
may
really
not be.
focusing
I
on
just
the
was like-
Aleutish.
They might be.
We were really focusing on the earlier half of that sentence, and then we were gonna make our way through afterwards.
We all do that
Yeah.
with comments sometimes where I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
missed that.
Boring limp tick of the US here. Is that you guys' state motto?
It should
No,
be
but
now.
it's what we are. We are the dick of the United
Now.
States.
Florida, the limp dick of the United States. I love it. You should put that on the flags. Ate lunch and started A Court That's Cruel and Lovely. Got one chapter read. Excellent work. I know the scene. Oh my God, they broke the chair. They broke the chair. Nicola has a picture up on either Instagram or Twitter. I can't remember which one, but they broke the chair. We've got some more people getting through books. I think I've heard exclusively bad things about Wayward. We're not really selling Wayward very well. I'm
We're
going to
really
be very
not.
honest about that. Submitted and posted my detour. Read 2 pages of my city book. I got a late start because of work and stress from flash floods in the Fort Lauderdale area. I hope everything is okay where you are now. If we're talking Wayward by Amelia Hart, I'll be on the other side, who says I loved it and gave it 5 stars. It stuck with me, and then I found it very different to anything I've ever read before. Everyone will read the same book differently. Margaret, why would there be Easter eggs? It is summer.
Listen, if Marvel can do Easter eggs in their movies without it being summer, so can I.
If Taylor can Easter egg throughout the entire year, so the hell can the rest of us.
If Taylor can put in Easter eggs and be like, I'll decide what that is later, so can I.
It has a meaning. I just haven't figured out what it means yet.
100%.
Got a few more pages read, posted a detour, and spoke to my son, who just got home from his last day of school for the year. Other than testing, he told me he got his first girlfriend. That is adorable. Arrived into Cape Town, read a middle grade before Face Off. Excellent work. Hi all, on my lunch break and now chugging along with Pachinko, which is so good. Be prepared. I've heard. Never thought it was fantasy. Always knew it was more historical with a hint of magical realism. But I can see why it would disappoint if you were expecting a fantasy. That's fair. Sometimes you go into a book with a very different idea of what it will be. Have the graphic novel of Clean Sweep. We've got a current time update in Alaska. It is 20 minutes ago. We'll now never look at Florida the same again. I don't think you're the only one after this one. That was a phenomenal one. So we have got an hour and 20 minutes left of my sprint. Brittany, as the host for the next sprint, how long do you think we should go for?
What I have to decide all the ones for my own sprints. Now I have to decide.
Yeah, that's unfair, man. That's
now you
rude.
do homework for me.
I was like, what?
Okay, how about we'll let the wheel
You need
decide,
someone to
and if
do
it's an
math?
hour or less.
You want me to sprint
If
math?
it's an
That's
hour or
hard.
What sprint mass do we need to do?
I would just probably, if it
We
were
have an
me, I'd
hour
probably
and-
just do an hour because then
Mhm.
you'd have 15 minutes
Yeah,
to
I
talk.
was thinking we have an hour and 15 minutes. So if we do an hour once more, it then leaves 10 minutes to have a little talky talk and 5 minutes to get
To
some
hop.
water, go pee, get snacks, set you up, all that stuff. How does that sound to everybody else?
That sounds good.
I'm really glad that you all agree because that's what we're going to be doing. Great. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again because I forgot to share the right one. And we'll see each other in an hour. Have fun getting shit done, everybody.
Now boarding flight AMZ 766 to Cape Town.
Welcome back, everyone. That was our final sprint because in about 15 minutes, we're going to go hang out with Brittany. Do let us know in the comments how you did. I am at page 311.
Nice.
I think that's pretty doable for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's really good. You're doing much better than I am. I was editing some more, but I finished the video, so that's
Editing
that's
is important.
It's the constant juggle of reading
it must be done
while making the content. It's both things
that
have to happen. So
it is endless and relentless.
It's
read
just
any
a big
more of your
circle.
book? Yeah.
Who, me? No, I haven't touched my book, so I need to do that now.
That's fair.
My
You've got
first
your
sprint.
sprints coming up. You got time.
Thank you. It's fine. I still have lots of day left. It's not even 5 o'clock.
Yeah. It's only like what?
Going on
3?
to 5.
Oh, you
5.
got loads of time.
Yeah.
You got loads of time. Margaret, how'd we do?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, it has to think. I read 10 whole pages that round because I forgot I was reading a book. I might have been texting with Brianna, not about Amazing Readathon for once, but about Taylor Swift.
That guy was reading a book.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are you clowning for today?
Not necessarily clowning, but today is the 100th show for the Eras tour.
And
so people think something might be going down today.
It is also June 13th.
Yes, it is also June 13th. And the Red speech so far has been a bit different. And I don't know if that's because something's going to happen or because she just did a completely different speech because it's the 100th show.
Right.
She did say it's officially over in December.
For good.
For good. She's like, that's it.
I think she'll stop on the 13th of December. Knowing her, yes. 100% yes.
Everything's intentional.
Yeah. Everything. It's like Brie. Everything has meaning.
Even when it doesn't.
Even when it doesn't. She'll figure out the meaning when she gets there. Laura, you can comment here. I can see it. It seems to have come up. Check the trigger warnings. They are triggering me, but I love Catherine Carlos and I am safe. So glad for that. Good. We are still sprinting. However, we will be moving to Brittany's channel in the next 14 minutes.
That was good quick now.
I know.
Yeah, we did good there.
I can do the small maths. I can do the small ones, but it's the things like what's 15 plus 15 plus 30 plus 30. That will not happen. Bridget has me crying happy tears. Quick refreshment break to rehydrate, dry my eyes, and then get some reading done. Excellent. What are you reading, Kirsty? Did you tell us? Did she tell us? I don't think she told us.
If she did, I do not remember.
I also don't, so that's fine. We've got some hellos. Got up to chapter 6, actually chapter 8 from the next comment. Gonna heat up some potato chips and a chicken wrap, which my brain wanted me to say potato wraps and a chicken chip.
If you saw my private chat message, Tarbrain
I can
is
see your
real.
private chat message.
Tarbrain is real.
It's real.
It's a real thing.
Real. It's so real.
I was over here struggling to
Margaret, did you end up finding it? Because I can't. Do you know what this is?
I did put in the what you need to search, which is I searched animated timer Premiere Pro or countdown timer Premiere Pro. I do not know how to make it in any other
editing software.
So you may, if you have a different editing software, you may need to substitute out Premiere Pro, but I basically just countdown timer editing software of choice or animated timer editing software of choice. So anyways.
Thank you. Got to 60% of my sightseeing read. Made it to chapter 21 of Fantastic Land. That sounds like such an intriguing title. Submitted by Cape Town Book. Filled out all my spreadsheets, updated Goodreads, and made the little city graphic. Finishing books is fun but exhausting. It is. Mm-hmm. It is fun but exhausting. Land in 12 minutes. Excellent. Go, go, go. Read, read, read. I finally finished the super simple work task that took all of 20 minutes in real life, but a full week in ADHD brain worlds. That is so 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of things that I have put off, and then it turns out it's only going to take me 5 minutes to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not zero. Working, but read 25 pages during my lunch break. It's phenomenal how many times I've done it.
You know, we do the things.
Yeah, eventually. Procrastination is a thing.
Yep.
Halfway through on my Cape Town book, battery is dying on my iPad, so I'm going to sign off for a bit. Well, we will be glad to see you back with Brittany if your battery comes back. 77% of the way through my book, should be landing in Cape Town less than 2 hours. Fantastic. 50 more pages have been stocked up. Almost 50% to Cape Town. Loving this book. Probably my favorite of the year. A Scatter of Light by Melinda Lowe. Fantastic. Still haven't read. That's fine. Page 128. Read 26 pages. Have a few errands to run. And then I'll be moving to Brittany's channel. Fantastic. We'll see you there. I just got here and I need to do some sightseeing. Yes. So while you have just gotten here, I'm afraid we are going to be moving location in the next 10 minutes. Brittany, is there anything aside from your sprints that you would like to tell the people about?
No, I'm basically all tar all the time at this point. Even my most recent video, tar vlog, it went up yesterday. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's there. But yeah, and my next sprints are these ones and then face-off sprints. So
when are your face-off sprints?
I'm right after Bree tomorrow. So the exact same time as today, I am tomorrow.
Oh, sick.
So I am the same, except today I'm only going for 3 hours and tomorrow I'll go for 4. So, you know.
Fair. Yes, I can confirm that this is true. Anybody reading on any team that isn't lit fiction is completely fine. So good. Keep going. Keep up with the good work, everyone else. Margaret, aside from all the timers and all of that, what have you got that you'd like the people to know about? When are your face-off sprints?
My face-off sprints are at 8 a.m. on Saturday.
Nice.
Okay. And I am working on a vlog. It might go up this weekend. You may never see it. There will be an announcement going out on my channel on Monday. It has to be edited and go out on Monday, so that one takes precedence if the vlog doesn't.
Is it an announcement for what I think it's an announcement for?
It is an announcement for what you think. If the thing you're thinking about happens next month, then yes. If you're thinking about October, then hell no.
No, I know.
I wasn't thinking about October at all. Girl, we got to get through July first. We got to get to July before we can get to October.
We're like,
I don't know if you have a
I was like,
different.
we've been talking about so many
so
plans
much.
on my channel.
There's
so
many
much
things
happening
that
right
are being
now.
planned.
It's a lot, y'all.
I was just so excited that I knew what was coming, and I was excited.
Yes, you do. And then if anyone is feeling like they need to see, you know, they've been watching Bridgerton and they miss it because they've already watched it all 3 times. That's not me. There is a vlog on my channel where I read the first 4 books, so you are welcome to try that out too.
That sounds like fun.
So.
I have to read the first 4 books, and then I will get really deep into it. It's gonna be like deep dive. So
I'm very interested to see if you are going to have the same opinion of book 3 as I did. I have a feeling you might.
I'm so excited to figure out if that's true.
You're going to just be rage texting me potentially that entire book. Or at least for like 100 pages in the book.
I'm so excited. Do they break chairs in that?
What?
Do they break chairs in the book?
I don't remember any furniture breaking in any of the books.
Unfortunate.
That I've read so far.
Well.
I mean, you know what? I'm not surprised as someone who's worked backstage with actors. Actors break shit all the time.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be doing anything naughty. They just
be looking at it and it will fall to pieces.
They just trip over stuff and break it. And it's, like, if I remember correctly, like the story behind it is very silly, but I can't remember if it is, because I feel like I've seen some of the story on what happened with the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I've heard of like actors just sitting in a chair and it breaks. So.
I've heard of that too.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of that too. We've got some more people who have said that they are getting very close to Cape Town. Kirsty is reading Starting House by Alexi Harrow.
Yes.
I do remember her saying this now that she says it.
I have recollection now. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard things about Colin and Penelope's book, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to read that.
See,
Okay,
I
you guys
liked
are not
Colin and
selling
Penelope's book way more than I liked Benedict's, because my issues with Colin's behavior,
Mm-hmm.
I understood. Like, if I was like, bro, this is a little bit much, I understood where he was coming from, because he was having an immediate reaction to Penelope potentially being in danger or risking her safety. And so I understand when someone's like I disagreed with him, but I understood where he was coming from.
Okay.
And like that it was out of concern for her rather than wanting to get what he wanted himself first and foremost.
Okay.
So like there were a few places where like there was one scene where I was actually genuinely like, no, this wasn't cool. And I just decided that was an issue with Julia Quinn.
Right.
Then it was like with the character, because I couldn't actually see the character not caring that they'd done this.
Right.
So, and it is something that happens quite often accidentally when you have like when you're the stronger partner. It can happen like my dad. This is a completely different situation, but my dad rolled over one night in his sleep, like he was having a dream, and my mother woke up with a giant bruise on her arm. Because number one, she bruises really easily, but he actually he hung his head for the next like 3 days.
Dad?
But he'd been asleep and dreaming.
He was like I was unconscious.
conscious.
I cannot be held for my behavior. Yeah.
No, he held himself responsible for that behavior. My mother did not. She's like, he was literally asleep.
Yeah.
So like sometimes that stuff happens, especially like sometimes in like a high, like, you know, so many stories about like I remember growing up with a story about a mom that her child walked around with scars on his shoulders because an alligator had grabbed him and she was holding on so tight her nails dug into his skin. So like I can see it in those situations, but like I was just like, Julia, I think you think this is sexy what happened in this moment. It doesn't look good for Colin though.
Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to go pick up the books now.
And it's like the one time it happens, and I was just like, this is a problem. There are a couple of things where I think this is a problem with Julia, like putting this one detail in that I'm like, I disagree that this detail is what you think it is. I don't like it.
I also have not watched any of the series because I
know you're gonna watch it with me when it's your turn time.
Right?
That's what you're gonna do. We're gonna watch it together. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice either, Brittany, when you get to the Expanse.
We should have a little teleparty.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
You do need to read the first 3 books, in my opinion, before you can watch the first 3 seasons.
That's fine.
Fair.
Because they're so interconnected.
Fair.
Anyways,
I will be having sprints for Face Off at 4 o'clock in the morning US Eastern time, but 10 o'clock in the morning German time, 9 o'clock in the morning UK time on Saturday. Anyone who is awake and alert is more than welcome to come and join me. To everyone in the comments, thank you for being here. To everyone who is on screen, thank you also for being here. We, by the magic of technology, are going to go straight to Brittany's channel, and we'll see you all over there. Bye, everyone.